Oh, you are. That's bright. Alrighty, good morning everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lockie and I hope you're all having a great day, whether you're watching this at night or in the morning. So I'm currently heading to work right now and it's about 7 o'clock in the morning. I figured I'd make another car vlog for you guys because I've got a little bit of a predicament. I thought I'd share with you guys, see if I can get your thoughts, get a bit of feedback in the comment section. So before we get stuck into it here, you can follow my Instagram right here, 00lock, where I post photos of the car, obviously from the previous photo shoot we had in one of the vlogs, and a whole bunch of stuff. It's also probably one of the better ways of reaching out to me besides the YouTube comment section. If you have a question to ask, or you know, something you want to reach out to me with, just hit me up in the DMs of the old Insta. I love that overpass. So here's my predicament. I love my car, don't get me wrong. And for those of you who are new to the channel, I drive a 2012 Subaru WRX hatchback in a nice pearlescent white. And I love the car. It's been such a great daily driver for like the last 5 years, probably more now. And I've done a few basic modifications to it, enough to really just enjoy it around town, but nothing too serious. Now, I initially bought this car thinking that, oh yeah, I'm going to modify the hell out of it and I'm going to track it and it's going to be so much fun, it's going to be a weapon. But the reality with that was I was still at university, I wasn't earning a full-time wage, and the fact is if I crashed my car on the track or wherever it may be, I probably would not have had the funds to fix it. Circumstances have recently changed in the last, I guess, year and a bit, where I've had a full-time job as an engineer. The WRX is a great street car, however, the EJ25 engines are notoriously terrible for crapping themselves on the track and even on the street. And there would have to be a lot of work I would have to put into this car, because I'm sure I would break it first couple of track days and it would cost me, you know, 10 grand to do a full engine rebuild with forged pistons, blah blah blah, right? So I'm thinking about purchasing a new car, something that I can use as a daily driver to begin with, while slowly modifying and turning it into a track weapon. So eventually, when it is kind of track ready for more or so less roadworthy and more of a weekend car, then I can purchase another car and have that as a daily driver and then a track car. You feel me? So I've been running through the options, and if you've recently seen a couple of the past videos that I've done on the channel, I started talking about the new GR86 from Toyota and Subaru BRZ, of course. And the title of that video is, should you buy a Toyota GR86? And pretty much the conclusion of that video was like, yes, it's going to be a great car. It's going to be a great track car. It looks great. It's probably going to be a little bit slow for a street car, but in hindsight, you know, there's going to be that many modifications out for it, and I'm sure you're going to be able to turbo it within no time. So it's, you know, you got to weigh up those options, and I'm now convincing myself that I'm going to weigh up those options, whether or not I should be buying a GR86 or a Subaru BRZ. I know coming from a turbocharged vehicle, it's going to be obviously slow on the street. You know, the WRXs are great, they're so torquey, just they slap you in the face when the boost hits. Very fun car. And going to a 4-cylinder that's naturally aspirated, you know, even though it's 174 or 72 kilowatts from the factory with the new 86, you know, it's still not going to be comparable to a turbocharged vehicle. I have thought about it. I thought, well, okay, what other cars can I buy that are in my price range that I could track and turn into a bit of a weekend warrior? And I thought, well, one of the only other cars that I could think of was the Golf R or the Golf GTI. Now, the problem is with the GTI, it's front wheel drive, and I figured, why would I save up that much money just to buy a front wheel drive car? So that's probably out of the picture. A Golf R, on the other hand, very fast street car, faster than my WRX by far. A few modifications, you can definitely get it to go around the track even faster. And all in all, German engineering is pretty damn good right now, and the Golf R's have got a really good reputation. But the matter of fact is, I don't really like the look of the Golf R's too much. And I'm one of those people that if I don't like the look of the car, I'm not going to buy it. Like, the looks is like the number one thing. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Like, if I don't like the look of a car, I ain't driving it. You know, I'm not going to love it. It may be very fun, it may be fast, but I'm not going to fall in love with it. So I see that happening with the Golf R. And the Golf R is also a little bit out of the price range. You know, they're about 60,000, probably more now, brand new. And I'm sure I would be paying a premium due to this whole car inflation that's been happening in Australia right now. I'm not sure if it's happening anywhere else, but Australia has got some mad car inflation. So my thought is now, is there any other car that I just haven't thought about? Is there anything else that I've missed? You know, I can't get an Evo because they don't make them anymore. I thought about getting the new WRX, but it looks absolutely trash. Like, have you seen the new WRX? If anyone hasn't seen the new WRX, oh man. Like, I'm sure it's going to grow on some people, but I can't do it. I couldn't do the VA chassis from 2015 to 2020, and now I can't do this new one. It's not my cup of tea. If I was to go down that 4-cylinder route, the Miata, that Mazda MX-5 Miata is probably a great track car, and it's probably a better track car than the GR86. But again, I need to fall in love with the look of it, and it's just too small. It's not my cup of tea again with the looks. I probably couldn't bear myself to spend 40 grand on an MX-5 and not love it. So guys, if there's anything I've missed, please let me know in the comment section down below. So coming back to the GR86, and I'm kind of convincing myself here, guys, because I can't see another option that could allow me to purchase a car that straight away is pretty much track ready, is pretty much going to be a great daily driver, still has a good amount of technology in it with a brand new engine, the FA24. So they've increased the engine capacity going from a 2 to a 2.4 litre. They've thickened the rods. They've also thickened the cylinder walls. I'm pretty sure they did something with the piston rings. I'm not too sure. They've still got both direct and port injection. And they have beehive valve springs, so there's no valve jumping at high RPM. Now, all that to me sounds like a really great foundation to build upon. And I'm not gonna lie, I love the way they look. I think they look so good. Now, I have done a little bit of research. I have gone to the dealerships, and here's what I know so far. The BRZ is going to be arriving in Australia in the next few months. So around about February to May of 2022. 43 grand Australian dollars, which, you know, is probably around 30 something for the US. However, the GR86 is not going to be coming to Australia until the later half of next year. So that means it's going to be between probably, you know, July and December, and they haven't really given us a good indication of how soon that's going to happen. They are actually pricing it to be a little bit cheaper than the BRZ. So it's probably like $1,000 or $2 cheaper, maybe 1,500 bucks, but it's not going to be much. If I was to get a BRZ or an 86, which one do I go? Do I wait for the 86 because it looks better than the BRZ? Obviously, I would have to put a pre-order down and go from there, but I'm in a dilemma, guys. I'm in a really big dilemma. So guys, without further ado, I will end the video here. I'm almost at work, so I'd better wrap it up. It's been good talking to you boys, and I would really appreciate if you left me down in the comment section below a couple of ideas about track cars. Should I buy a GR86? I don't know. I'm very conflicted at the moment and would love your opinion. And as always, you can follow the Instagram at 00lock. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers. Ready to race to you. These days are all